Wake Forest sleeper team in ACC 2021. Tell me I'm wrong. This team is going to be old. It's already a program that comes in and like wants you to redshirt, has a bunch of redshirt juniors, redshirt seniors, get old and stay old. Well, they're going to have 23, 24-year-olds. It's going to be just a bunch of like former minor league baseball players out there where you just have bizarro ages. I think that is like the extra year of eligibility and sort of the way that this Wake Forest program is built is made to be able to hit the ground running. I'm excited about what this team can do. Sam Hartman is back. Sam Hartman, who he threw only one interception in the entire regular season. He threw 4 interceptions in 12 snaps against Wisconsin in the bowl game. I don't know. It was weird. Bad day. But Sam Hartman's back. They have a ton of experience, and it's worth going back and sort of looking at how disjointed the season was for the Demon Deacons, because there was a stretch in the middle of the year where they were playing some of the best ball in the ACC outside of Clemson. So Wake Forest, sleeper in 2021. Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I think that we've reached the point with Dave Clawson's program that you just expect a certain level of competency. And I think we're probably going to see that certain level of competency where this is a Wake Forest team that's probably going to go to a bowl game. It's probably going to play some teams that we feel like it shouldn't play that well against better than we think. And it might have a couple bad games here and there, but it's not going to get blown out very often. It's going to be in the running. It's probably going to score a lot of points. The question is going to be, how often are they able to stop the other team from scoring points? We're probably going to take some overs. It's probably going to be a good time, and we should probably just kind of sit back and enjoy the ride.
I think they're like, I'll buy them as a sleeper in terms of everybody will just put them at the bottom of the division because that's kind of what happens every year. And I think they're probably a little bit closer to the middle of the division. I don't think they're going to challenge Clemson. I don't think they're gonna have a real chance to finish second in the division like that, but they do return a ton of experience. I mean, they got to replace Boogie Basham, which is a big deal because he was a stud for them on defense. Can Hartman take the next step, which you might have to because their run game was still kind of iffy. They got wrecked with injuries at safety last year, so I'm interested to see who's actually their starters at safety, who's going to step up and be the guy, because last year it was just a rotating cast of injury.
The wide receiver position also got Sage Strat opted out, but even then they started losing players to injury left and right, and they still had playmakers. I got to go in. I don't have the wide receiver coach or pass game coordinator on top of mind for Wake Forest, but that is a position where I feel like they've done a good job of prioritizing as they have slowly moved to this sort of up-tempo attack to be able to have just player after player that's going to be good at wide receiver in that system.
Yeah, Jakari Roberson has been well. I think they've just done a good job of identifying what they want and what they look for at that spot, and they keep finding it and plugging it in and getting good results.
All right. Danny, you got anything on Wake?
Third or fourth best team in the Atlantic. When you say surprise, were you saying they could be the second best team?
Yes. I don't feel confident saying that Florida State, Boston College, or Louisville or NC State are definitively better or will finish with a better conference record than Wake Forest.
Does the second place team in the ACC or ACC Atlantic have two or more than two conference losses?
Yes.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think second place is 5-3. It's Louisville. Yeah. It's Louisville finishing solo second 2 years ago in Scott Satterfield's first year, but they did it with a 5-3 record and, kind of some fortunate bounces along the way. I think that pile of teams below Clemson is quality. I think that they're all bowl teams, but who finishes on top is probably going to be very, very narrow margins.